Okay, so let's read page 45.
Okay. Can I read?
Okay, go ahead. Start from your ability to get a large. That's where we start.
Okay. Your ability to get a large group of people is
To con-
consistently do a few simple things over an extended period of time. It was this formula that helped me break out of network marketing mediocrity, and it will help you do the same. For years, I focused and depended on my ability to persuade people to join me. Then I graduated to finding a few key leaders I could train to do what I was doing. And finally, I learned the formula I just gave you and began to focus on getting a large group of people to consistently do just a few simple things and to keep doing them. When that happened, everything changed for the better. Those are the fundamentals. Let's take a moment to talk about the emotions of inviting. There are 4 basic rules. Rule number 1, you can emotionally detach yourself from the outcome. This is extremely important. Remember, our initial goal is education and understanding. It's not only a new customer or signing a new distributor. In other words, if you disconnect your emotions from that outcome and you just focus on education and understanding, everything gets very simple. This sounds easy, but it's difficult to do. All of us come into this business with the hope of recruiting some great people. It's hard to disconnect from those expectations, but you need to remember we're not hunters, we are not sharks. Our job is to educate people and to help them understand what we have to offer. We act as consultants, offering suggestions on how people can live a better life. If you focus on getting customer or new distributor, you'll constantly be disappointed and you'll find your prospect running away from you. If you focus on education and understanding, you'll have fun and your prospect will enjoy the experience. Rule number 2, be yourself. So many people become a difficult person when they start inviting. This makes everyone uncomfortable. Be yourself. Just focus on being the best self. Rule number 3, bring your passion, enthusiasm in sorry, being bring your compassion. Enthusiasm is contagious. It's okay to get a little bit fired up. Get focused. Listen to some music that inspire you. Smile when you are on the phone. I assure your positive emotion will translate into better rules. Rule number 4, have a strong posture. This was a big one for me. At first, I was so insecure. I didn't think anyone would take me seriously. But as I watched the professionals, I noticed their posture. They are bold, they are confident, they are strong. So I decided to be bold as well. I stopped apologizing all the time instead of saying, yes, I know I've had a job, a lot of jobs so so far in my life, but I'm hoping this will be the change I've been looking for. I started saying, guess what? I'm sick and tired of the life I've led up till this point, and I've decided to take to take charge. I would let I wouldn't bet against me because I would seriously do, I wouldn't bet against me because I'm serious. Do you feel the difference? Be yourself, but be a bolder self. Be yourself, but be a stronger self. Be yourself, but be a more confident self. At least when you're inviting, I found I could do that for a short period of time at the beginning. And just like building a new muscle, I could eventually do it longer and longer until it became a part of me. So now that I've set the stage, let's go through invitation formula. This formula is designed to be used to be used over the phone or face to face. It's not to be used with texting, email, or other communication tool, just on the phone or face to face. This can work with your warm marketing prospect, someone you know, or cold marketing prospect, someone you meet while living your life. I'll give you example for both. There are 8 steps to a professional invitation. They might sound complicated, but with a little practice, you'll find it an easy skill to master. Step 1, be in a hurry. Step 2, compliment the prospect. Step 3, make the invitation. Step 4, would you? Step 5, confirmation. Number 1, get the time commitment. Step 6, confirmation 2, confirm the time commitment. Step 7, confirmation 3, schedule the next call. Step 8, get off the phone. Step 1, be in a hurry. This is a psychological
Did
issue.
you all see that?
Yes,
You all hear that and see that? Is that
yeah.
anything different from what Daniel was just teaching for most of you that came to the Daniel training? Be in a hurry. But I love the step 5, 6, and 7. Get the time commitment, confirm the time commitment, and schedule the time commitment. I hate when I hear agents say, you know, we're still gonna meet next week. When next week? No time, no day. How's it gonna happen? You can see it will never happen. And they forget that every day counts. Today is 17th. 16th day of the March is gone and it's not coming back. So anything you have not done up to this point, you only have how many days? Few days left.
14 days.
13 days, right?
14.
Is it up to 14 days?
Yeah,
Today
March
is,
has 31 days.
okay, today is 17th. If there's no plan for today, I will assume today is gone. That's why I say 13 days. Because today has come. It's the tomorrow that you haven't come that you can say, I'm going to put in all my best. Get the time, confirm the time, schedule the time. I'm going to do better in all this too. Okay? All right, go ahead.
Be in a hurry. This is a psychological issue. People are always more attractive to a person who has things going on. If you start everything, call, if you start every call or face-to-face conversation giving the impression that you're in a hurry, you'll find the invitation will be shorter. There will be fewer questions, less resistance. People will be more respectful of you and your time. Example of warm market prospect. I don't have a lot of time to talk, but it was really important I reach you. I have a million things going on, but I'm glad I caught you. You're running out of the door, but I needed to talk to you real quick. Example of cold market prospect. Now isn't the time to get into this, and I have to go, but I have to run, but get the message. Set the tone with some urgency. As for example, I'm sharing with you, don't worry too much about the exact words. Just focus on the concept and use their own words. Let people know you're busy. You got a lot going on and your time is short, but it was important for you to talk with them real quick. And do it with some passion in your voice. Step 2, compliment the prospect. This is critical. The sincere compliment, and it must be sincere, opens the door to real communication and will make the prospect much more agreeable about hearing what you have to say. Example of one market prospect. You've been very successful and I always respected the way you've done business. You've always been supportive of me and appreciate that so much. Get to use this family and close friends. You have an amazing mind for business and we can see things that people don't see. For as long as I've known you, I've thought you were the best at what you do. I think I'll use this for somebody today. I had the intention of reaching you. I was thinking of how to go
but,
about it.
but, 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 but come to reality.
Yeah.
You all know that we've been born and raised in a place where there's no much appreciation.
Yes.
We are always quick to see things that doesn't work. We're always quick to see things that we can fix. We want to make it correct. Especially if you have Gen Zs. When they come, I don't know if any of you belong to some of those organizations out there. One of the Gen Zs will just show up, say, everything you guys are doing here doesn't make sense. Let me show you how to make it. You give them the opportunity, you don't see them again. They disappear. On thin air. Okay? So what the book is trying to say is let's appreciate one another. Don't worry about the things that are not working. Don't focus on it. Don't put your energy on it. You are not going to start building a team. I'm so happy that I'm seeing 5 of you right now. Dora, I didn't see you in Dallas. Or did I miss your face?
No, I wasn't there, yes.
Okay.
A lot was going on, so
Okay.
mm,
So I'm seeing 4 of you that were present. Now you are a brand new person. You now know how to run your business. You now know how to, the system, the A to Z has been handed over to you. There's nothing again you say, I don't even know how this business works. No, it doesn't exist. But if you can learn how to appreciate your people, your team, that's why every little thing looks as if we're doing some flyers and stuff like that. Because maybe there's a better way to appreciate people because we're not used to. Something I learned to do before I joined WG, I learned to do this in the course of being in charge of psych. I'm a mental health advocate and suicide prevention advocate. And the reason is I wasn't born to be that advocate. I was event-induced advocate. Maybe I could have been there, but I don't know. But I learned the words matters. So I begin to make sure that every call I make with my kids, every conversation ends with I love you. It was not there before. I have to learn it. Initially, it sounds awkward because it was not part of our normal
culture.
routine. But when we started practicing it is not normal, even with the kids. So you cannot finish any conversation, whether you're on the phone or face to face. You must end it with, Mommy, I love you. Bright, I love you. Choma, I love you. That is going to be the end. Man, I love this, your hair. This is beautiful. How did you do it? Can you show me? It gives them that ability because we say, oh, we have marital issues. If we don't begin to learn it at home, it's hard for you to transfer. So, example, yesterday, on Saturday, Favor was supposed to come and pick Bright. But where Favor is far. It was on Friday. I didn't want her to get into traffic. I said, Bright, you enter Obango. And I came back, I saw some alert on my account. I said, bros, how far? Who used Lyft? He said, it's me. I say, how come? He said, but mommy asked me to use Lyft. I said, no, I didn't ask you to use Lyft and charge my card are not the same. They're not the same instruction, right? So what you're going to do is you use your card. Send me the bill. I didn't say use my card. I said, remember, we have to have financial health. Okay? Financial health, or you get additional instruction, or you want me to use Lyft. Which one? He said, Mommy, I call you, the answer. Oh, I'm sorry. I was in a conference. There's no way I could answer you. So let's begin to appreciate one another so much. Every little things. Forget the ones that are not working. And if you can see, this cut across our life. It's not just in business. Anybody you appreciate, no matter how bad they are, they will always respond. Oh, I love your shoe. I love your clothes. I love your suit. You see that 99% of the time they'll smile. Unless there's something going on in their life. Okay? Go ahead.
Example for cold. I don't know. Example for cold market suspect. You've given me some of the best service I've ever received. You are super sharp. Can I ask one thing for a living? You've made this a fantastic experience. The key to the compliment is it must be sincere. Find something you can honestly use to compliment your prospect and use it. These simple steps will literally double your invitation results. When you
The
start with
key, excuse me, the key must be what? Sincere.
sincerity,
Don't fake it. Don't be corporate America. They're trying to smile, bringing their tea, but they're not smiling just to pass you by. It must be sincere. Find something to sincerely compliment that person with. Okay?
when you start with urgency and a compliment, it becomes very difficult for a person to react negatively to your invitation. People don't hear compliments very often. It feels good. You'll find your prospect will become very respectful, very receptive. If you study the pros, you'll find they are constantly putting things in the good mood through their honest and sincere compliments. It helps to build rapport. It helps to open people's mind, and mostly it helps achieve a goal of education and understanding. Step 3, make the invitation. This is a situation where one size does not fit all. There are 3 kinds of invitation approaches for the network marketing professional. Direct approach. This is used when you are inviting people to learn more about an opportunity for them. Most people use the direct approach for all their prospects. It usually goes something like this. I found a way to get rich. Let me tell you all about it. Blah, 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 blah. I understand the passion, but really, who's going to get excited about that? Unless they are getting a call from a millionaire. That doesn't mean the direct approach doesn't work. It does. It has an important place in your invitation process, but it should be reversed for people who know and respect you, or for people that you know and searching for something better. Example for one market prospect. When you told me you hate the job, you need more money, and wanted to find a new house, etc., were you serious or were you just kidding around? They are almost always tell you they were serious. Great. I think you found a way for you. I think I found a way for you to get it. Solve the problem. Make it happen. Make that happen. This is for situation where you know an area of their dissatisfaction need or desire. I think I've found a way for you to really boost our cash flow. When I thought of people who could make an absolute fortune with a business, I thought of you. Are you still looking for a job or difficult job? I found a way for both of us to start a great business without all the risk. Let me ask you a question off the record. If there was a business you could start working part-time from your home that could replace your full-time income, will you be interested? Will you
Would
will
that interest you?
that interest you? Example for cold market prospect. Have you ever thought of diversifying your income? Do you keep your career options open? Do you plan on doing what you're doing now for the rest of your career? You can follow those cold market scripts or any variation with the following. I have something that might interest you. Now's not the time to get into it, but the indirect approach. This is another powerful tool to help you get past their initial resistance and educate them on what you have to offer. The indirect approach is about asking the prospect for help, input the for help, input, or guidance. I use this approach extensively with great success when I first started. Because of my lack of credibility at age 23, I couldn't get much success with a direct approach. So I learned to play myself down and play up to the prospect's ego. I worked incredibly well, and it worked incredibly well, and it still works today. Example for one market prospect. I've just started a new business and I'm really nervous. Before I get going, I need to practice on someone friendly. Will you mind if I practice on you? This is a great approach for people, for family and close friends. I found a business I'm really excited about. But what I do, I know. But what do I know? You have so much experience. Would you look at it for me if I made it easy for you and let me know if you think I'm making the right move? A friend told me the best thing I could do when starting a business is to have people I respect take a look at it and give me some guidance. Will you be willing to do that for me if I made it simple? Example of cold marketer prospects. When you meet someone from another city, state, or country, and if your company does business there, you can say, my company is expanding in your area. Will you do me a favor and take a look at it and let me know if you think it will work where you live? When you meet someone who might provide you input on your market, on your product, you can say, I've started a business with a product I think makes a lot of sense, but I'd like to get your input. Will you be willing to check it out and give me your options? Your option? Then super indirect approach. The third approach in the super indirect approach. This approach is incredibly powerful because it works on a number of psychological levels. In this approach, you will tell the prospect that you aren't a prospect and you're just interested in finding out if they know someone else who might benefit from your business. It's very effective. Example for warm market prospects. The business I'm in clearly isn't for you, but I wanted to ask, who do you know that is ambitious, money motivated, and will be excited about the idea of adding more cash flow to their lives? Who do you know that might be looking for a strong business that could run from their home? Who do you know that has hit a wall with the with their business and might be looking for a way to diversify their income? I work with a company that is expanding in the area and I'm looking for some sharp people that might be interested in some additional cash flow. Do you know anyone that might fit that description? In most cases, they are going to ask you for more information before they give you any names behind the request while being curious. Behind the request will be curiosity and intrigue, thinking this might be for them, but they are not going to admit that to you yet. When they ask more information, you can respond with, that makes sense. I want to know more about it because you refer some of your contacts. Then you can just move to step 4. Example for cold market prospect. Cold market is exactly the same as warm market for the super indirect approach. Just use the warm market script or any variation that's comfortable for you. Step 4. If I, would you? This question has been my secret weapon for a very long time. It's by far the most powerful phrase I've come across, in building a large and successful network marketing business. If I gave you a DVD, would you watch it? If I gave you a CD, would you listen to it? If I gave you a magazine or some other printed materials, will you read it? If I give you a link to a website with a complete presentation, will you check it out? If I invited you to a special invitation, only webinar, will you attend? If I invited you to a special invitation, only conference call, will you listen in? This question is so powerful and for a number of reasons. First, it's reciprocal. You're saying you will do something if they will do something. As human beings, they are hardwired to respond positively to this type of situations. Secondly, it puts you in a place of power. You are in control. You're not begging. You're not asking for favor. You're simply offering a value exchange. The third, it's simply that you have something of value to offer. You're saying you will do something, but not unless other people will be doing something in exchange. When you value what you have, people will respect you. When I first started, I didn't know about this magical question. I just said things like, I really, really, really want you to watch my video, try my product, listen to the CD, etc. You can imagine the results. This whole psychology of it is weak. If you use if I would, you, you're having a business conversation. If you use I really, really, really want you now, would you sound desperate? And a desperate distributor is not attractive. If you've used this approach, you already know what I'm talking about. If I would, will you get result? It gets people to say yes. It helps prospect to see what you have in a different light. Remember, our goal is education and understanding. If I would you help us achieve the goal? If you've started a call with urgency, complimented the prospect, made the invitation, and asked, if would you? Their answer will be yes, almost 100% of the time. And you can just go to step 5. If they ask for more information first, just respond with, I understand you want more information, but something you're looking for is in that DVD, CD, printed piece, link, etc. The fastest way for you to really understand what I'm talking about will be for you to review that material. So if I give it to you, will you review it? If they say no,
Oh,
then
stop there a little bit. Okay. So most of you have come in contact with somebody say, I want to know more. I want to know more. Did you see what you responded there? If they ask you for more information, just respond with, I understand you want more information, but everything you're looking for is on the DVD, CD, printed material, link, etc. You invited someone for BPM. What is that all about?
the same as this.
The same approach. Okay. What is that? Everything, I know you want to know what it's all about, but everything, all the answers will be given to you if you can join this call tonight. Okay. I'm talking about, will it be for you to review that material? So if I give it to you, if I invite you tonight, will you show up? If I invite you tonight, will you show up? I hope that helps.
Mm.
Okay, go ahead.
If they say no, then thank them for their time and move on. Also review steps. Review step 1 through 3 to see what you might have done better. But do not give your material to them. So you've gone through the first 4 steps and the person said yes, success. They've agreed to review your tool. Does that mean they will follow through? No. In fact, only about 5% of your prospects will do what they say they will do if you just use the first 4 steps. And the 5% is not a good number. To get closer to 80%, you need to complete the invitation process professionally. Step 5, confirmation number 1, get the time commitment. You've asked if I would you, and they said yes. The next step is to get a time commitment. When do you think you could watch the DVD? Be sure. When do you think you could listen to the CD? Be sure. When do you think you could read the magazine? For sure. Oh, for sure, sorry. What do you think you could watch the link? For sure. Don't suggest a time for them.
When do you think you could watch? When do you think? Go ahead.
Don't suggest a time for them. That's another mistake. That's another mistake I made early in my career. Just ask the question and wait for them to respond. This question makes them think about their schedule and their commitment. Find a place to review their tool and communicate back to you. In other words, it makes it real. When you first asked, if would you, and they said yes, it was someday. When you get the time commitment and it starts to be real, the only thing that matters is that they give you a time. It doesn't matter what the time is. Let them think about their schedule and tell you when they will have reviewed the materials for sure. About 90% of the time, they will give you an answer. The other 10% of the time, they will be vague, saying something like, I'll try to do it sometime. If they do that, then tell them, I don't want to waste your time or mine. Why don't you just lock in a time when you have seen it for sure? Rather, remember they already said they review it in step 4. In step 4, this is just confirming the time. The key to all of this is they have now said yes twice. The first time was when they answered, if I, would you? The second time was when they reviewed a time commitment from them. When you receive a time commitment from them. So now you can give them the tool, right, wrong. You're not done yet. The professional take a few more seconds to complete a couple more steps before they are finished. Step 6, confirmation 2, confirm confirm the time commitment. If they tell you they'll watch the DVD by Tuesday night, your response should be something like, so if I called you Wednesday morning, you'll have seen it for sure, right? If they say they listen to the CD by Thursday morning, your response should be, so if I called you sometime later in that day on Thursday, you have listened to it for sure, right? If they say they watch the link by July 1st, your response should be, so if I called you on July 2nd, you have looked at it for sure, right? They will either naturally say yes, or they will adjust the time slightly. In any case, the significance of step 6 is they are now confirmed 3 times, and they are now much sure likely to follow through. And the key is this isn't appointment you've set, it's an appointment they've set. The key, they've reviewed the material. They will do it by a specific time. If you call them after that, they will have reviewed the materials. You've asked the question. Their answers made the appointment. Step 7, confirmation. Number 3, schedule the next call. This step is simple. Just ask, what's the best number and time to call you? Best number and time for me to call you. They'll give you what works best for them. And now you have a real appointment. All you have to do is be sure to remember to call. And when you said you'll call, they said yes 4 times. The whole invitation took a few minutes, and your chances of achieving your goal of education and understanding has gone through from 5% to about 80%. Step 8, get off the phone. Remember, you are in a hurry, right? Once you've confirmed the appointment, the best thing to say to someone is something like, great, we'll talk then. Gotta run. Excuse me. Too many people make the appointment and then make it by talking and talking and talking. Remember, our goal is education and understanding, and you're going to let the third party pool to do most of the work. Here are some examples of all 8 steps. A person you know who hates their job, direct approach. Hey, I don't have a lot of time to talk, but it was really important I reach you. Listen, you're one of the most financially intelligent people I know, and I've always respected that about you. When you told me you really didn't like your job, were you serious or were you just kidding around? They said they were serious. Great. I think I found a way for you to create an exit strategy. I have a CD that describes what I'm talking about better than I can. If I gave you this CD, would you listen to it? They say yes. When do you think you could listen to it for sure? They say Tuesday. So if I called you Wednesday morning, you have reviewed it for sure, right? They said yes. All right. I'll check back with you then. What's the best number and time for me to call? They give the information. Got it. We'll talk about got around and things. A good friend, indirect approach. Here, I'm running out of the door, but I needed to talk to you real quick. Do you have second? Great. Listen, I've always been so supportive of me. You have always been so supportive of me, and I appreciate that so much. I've just started a new business and I'm really nervous. Before I get going, I need to practice on someone friendly. Will you mind if I practice on you? They say, sure. Great. If I gave you a DVD that laid out the information in a professional way, will you watch it? They said yes. It's about 15 minutes long. Will you think you could watch it for sure? They said Thursday. Sorry, when do you think you could watch it for sure? They said Thursday. So if I called you Friday morning, you would have reviewed it for sure, right? Fantastic. What's the best number and time to call you? For me to call you? They give information. Great. We'll talk then. Gotta run and thanks. A highly successful person, super indirect approach. I know you're busy and I have a million things going on, but I'm glad I caught you. I've been widely successful and I've always respected, you've been widely successful and I've always respected the way you've done business. I've recently started something new and I'm looking for some sharp people. It's clearly not for you, but I wanted to ask, who do you know who is ambitious, money motivated, and will be excited about the idea of adding a significant amount of cash flow to their lives? They say they do not know some people.
They say they do know some
Okay,
people.
they say they do know some people. I understand that you want to know more about it. Before you recommend people, I have a DVD that explains exactly what I'm doing and the kind of people I'm looking for. It's brief. If I sent it to you, will you review it? They said they would. Thanks. When do you think could when do you think you could view it for sure? They said next Monday. Okay, so if I called you next Tuesday, you would have reviewed for sure, right? Okay, I'll check back with you then. What's the best number and time for me to call? They give the information. Okay, great. Thanks again. I appreciate you so much. Talk to you next Tuesday. A cold market prospect who's done a good job selling something direct approach. Now isn't time to get into this, and I have to go. But you are super sharp, and I happen to be looking for some sharp people. Do you plan on doing what you're doing now for the rest of your career? They said no. Good. I have something that might interest you. Now isn't the time to get into it, but I have a DVD that will explain it all in great details. If I gave it to you, will you watch it? They said yes. When do you think you could watch it for sure? They said Sunday. So if I called you Monday, you'll have reviewed it, right? For sure, right? They said yes. All right, I'll check back with you then. What's the best number and time for me to call you? They give you the information. Okay, here it is. Thanks again for the excellent service, and I'll talk to you soon. Are you feeling flow of how this works? Are you feeling the flow of how this works? Obviously, there are many possible variations for different kinds of prospect, but I hope these examples helps you understand how everything comes together. In terms of script, it's best if you get the basic concept down and don't focus too hard on the exact script. Life doesn't work that way. But if you learn to let the prospect know you are in a hurry, then compliment them and invite them, then pass on the tool with if I Would you then confirm using the process I described and finally get off the phone and complete the invite? You'll do just fine. Remember, in recruiting, there are no good or bad experience, just learning experience. On your journey to become a network marketing professional, the best thing that can happen is for you to develop the skills to recruit on demand in any situation. Then you never have to worry about being lucky. So practice, practice, practice.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow. This chapter 5 is huge. Who can agree that this solves 99% of the problem people have in this business
Yeah.
if they can apply it?
Sure.
A language, the exact language to use. There's one area I would like to adjust, not adjust, but I like to add, where you say, when will you do it? In our business, if you say, oh, and when are you available? If I invite you to this call tonight, will you show up? So that place you say, just ask them what time they can do it or what day. I may go in a little bit because of as at this time people are so busy. Okay, when they are not coming up with time, you can make some suggestions. That is what I will add if I'm going to leverage that. So this is our assignment. I'm going to give you assignment on these 7. Follow, use these words, but now pertain to us. Use these words and write them the steps. Step 1, step 2. Create a script using the words as if you're inviting to your in-house training or invited to the Zoom or inviting to whatever it is that you are. Okay, do an assignment. You see how he rounded it up. Here, example. Step 8, get off the phone. Then after that, he now went ahead to the here example of all the steps. So I want you to prepare all the steps. Prepare a script with all the steps. Okay? But each step, you're gonna make a mark where is 1, 2, 3, 4 to the end of the step. But focusing on our own industry, what we do. What will you can still use what he used, but change, tweak whatever that suit us. Gonna bring it on Thursday. Okay? Gonna send it. I'm gonna put email, send it to the email. Okay? Complete. Or you know what? I'll send you guys a Google form that have a statement where to document. You document it there. But try and make a script. Okay? Involving all the 8 steps. You do the direct approach 1, do the indirect approach 2, and do the super approach, highly super approach 3. Then do one cold market. 1 direct approach, indirect approach, 1 highly successful person, of course, super indirect, and 1 cold approach. So it's going to be 4 scripts involving the 8. Okay, take time and do it and practice it. When you put it together, practice it on someone. Okay, and make it work. You will be happy you did. Here, I don't have a lot of time, but it was really important I reach you. Listen, you're one of the most financially intelligent people I know. I've always respected that about you. When you told me you were really didn't like your job, were you serious or were you just kidding around? Great, I think I find a way for you to create an easy strategy. I have a Zoom call tonight at 8 p.m. that describe what I'm talking about better than I can. If I give you this Zoom link, will you join to listening? If I give you this Zoom link, will you join to listen? If they say yes, then when do you think you could listen to it? When do you think you could listen to it for sure? I have one on Monday, I have one on Sunday, and I have one on Wednesday. Do you see that? I have one on Monday, I have one on Wednesday, I have one on Sunday. If they say, let's say Monday, so if I call you on Tuesday morning, you have listened to the Zoom call, right? All right. I check back with you. What is the best time? What's the best number and time for me to call you? Got it. We'll talk then. Get running and thanks. Something of that nature. Okay? So do the assignment. Please, if we give you assignment, do it. It's for your own good. And I just don't do it, practice it. Practice it. Practice direct approach, indirect approach, whichever one that works for you, practice it. That's a very good chapter. That's why when I read it the first time, I have to read it again. I have to read it again because it's not a one-day practice that makes you master this script. And if you pay attention to those people that call you over the phone, trying to recruit you, you see that these are the languages they are using. We are expanding our organization. Okay? Where is that one? When you read it again, I laugh. Where is that one? Yeah, my company is expanding in your area. Will you do me a favor and take a look at it and let me know if you think it will work where you live? That could be something you can use, especially for Elevate, Champion Boss. My company are expanding in this area, and a lot of them will be coming into town. Will you do me a favor and take a look at it and let me know if you think it will work where you live? It's going to happen on Saturday. Can you please stop by? Practice and practice and practice. Any question? I love this. I wish when I started, I was able to get hold of these books. Okay. Any question, any comment? All right. So we understand our question, the assignment. You're going to use the 8 steps, or the entire 8 steps. You're going to do direct approach, indirect approach, script. Of course, if you write it, practice it, it's going to be yours. Okay. Super indirect, and of course, code person, the person you don't know before. I'll send you a Google form that will give you space for those 4 areas to document. All right. Thank you so much. Welcome back to our lead. We missed last week because we needed to be in Dallas. For those of you that came to Dallas, how do you feel? Who want to share the experience? Those of you that came to Dallas.
Yeah, I want to share my experience.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah. When I went there, I went with the mind of I need a change. I asked myself, what have I been doing that I'm going to see today? So what I found out is I've been missing some points. There's some area that was not clear. I tried to clear it myself. So when I went there, I saw how Daniel, this has been talking by Dr. Rudo. When you hear it one time, it doesn't sink. You hear it again, again, and again, like they were saying about repetition. So when I went there, not that everything he said is not that new. Dr. Ruth has been emphasizing on them. Like a child in a house, you don't listen to your mother until you go outside. When you go, somebody says, okay, my mother has been saying this. Okay, now it's true. So I went there to clarify what I had been hearing. Dr. Ruth had been saying it. So when I went there, I said, oh my God, What haven't I been following up? So it makes me to be more clearer. I've been pushing though. I cannot say I haven't been pushing, trying to do what I'm supposed to do. The clarity is my take home.
All right. She came with a mind of change, and clarity is her take home. That's amazing, Miss Anne. Okay. Miss Anne, you have been to this training before. Is it your first time?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Any other person that want to share?
I can share.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Personally, for me, this was my second time going to Daniel's in-person training, but I was able to really pinpoint one of the struggles that I've had, which has been in closing. And when he talked about how to, while you're presenting, he's asking questions through every slide before he starts speaking about the slide. That way the client is looking for that answers as you're talking through that slide. And also one of the big ones when you talk to people, they say, let me go ask my accountant, my CPA and all this stuff. And he pointed out, as you're asking them, also ask them, can they tell you why the bank and the corporations have been using life insurance and they've been doing this for like 200 years, whereas your CPA or accountant or Dave Ramsey have been doing it for, let's say, 10, 20 years. And then he refers them to the book. That way it's also more credible than if they cannot give you an answer, who will you rather believe? And also when he explained the income for life, and made the comparison between the 401k and the cash value, I think that will really bring it home to the client to really think about it in terms of also refer to the book where your 401k becomes your 201k and then 101k, because a lot of people have money invested in their 401k, but they don't think about the long end of it when it's time to take that money out. With the market down crash and also the taxes and stuff. So the lot of money they have might not be enough at the time of retirement. And also another one that was a takeaway for me was if someone wanted to cancel their policy, like resharing with them the living benefit, the probate, the reason they got the policy in the first place, and then getting them on Zoom and not just talking to them over the phone. And a lot of other little things. And one of the things that he said that I've experienced this morning, which is a little disappointing, I had an appointment this morning with someone for an in-person, but at the time, I did not get the address. And I've been trying to reach this person and he has not answered. So what I should have done was to get the address at the time that I made that appointment, because he sounded really interested. He attended the BPM and everything, but I did not get the address when I made that appointment. So I'm hoping when I follow up with him again that he will respond. But that was something that I've learned. Next time, get the address at the time of the appointment.
Awesome. Get the address. Because they don't have the address, even if they have the number, they may not answer. Okay? So, and I know that most people makes noise when Daniel was taking an appointment. For me, that's the most important time of training for me. Because I'm watching him, how he talks to them, how he gets to them, how he connects with them. And we want the people to come to us, but he goes to them. Okay. So that's a good thing. Thank you, Yukemi, for sharing. Any other person wants to share?
Let me just jump in there. Can you hear me? We're using
Yes,
the
sir.
same. Okay, that's
Yes,
good. The preparation was one of the key that I saw Daniel did. He always come there at least an hour before the time to start to prepare for the in-person group presentation. So he has to be there early and get things done. Again, the soft skill that Daniel used, the way he talks, the volume of the loudness of his voice, those were the few things that I really grabbed. And he asking us to master our craft as well, knowing what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. Those are the soft skills that I really pick. And the mindset, as the wife mentioned, we have to really frame ourselves into winning if we want to win. So those are few things that I really got from the training.
All right, thank you, Mr. James. Let me ask a question. Mr. James, this is your second time going there.
Yes.
You came in, this is your second time going there. How do you feel the first time and the second time? And why do you have to go back again?
Oh yeah,
So-
each time that we go there, it's just like new thing that you are learning, trying to complement with what you've learned before. You still have to see the new thing that it does. I mean, we go to a place and then by the time you leave, you forget a few things that you've got. And when you repeat, when you go back, you kind of refrain. You go kind of get the stuff that you probably have missed over the time. So yes, it's a good thing to repeat once in a while, refresh your mind, refresh your set of skills. So yeah, it was better.
So for me, the second time I felt that the things that I missed, he probably said the same thing and I just didn't pick it up that first time. And also seeing all those other millionaires in the room, as they had mentioned, someone asked them, "You're already a millionaire, why are you here?" So if those millionaires can be there and they've probably attended it several times, every opportunity we have, I think we should be able to attend because we will always learn something new and you get that refresher. And then hopefully that will help you, progress more in your business.
That's correct. The truth is that every day I go there, it feels as if I have not started. It's like I reset my button. Oh, I didn't say it this way. I didn't say it exactly this way. The last time I did the event in Houston, I was thinking there's something I missed. I'm wondering what that is. So with this presentation, I find what was it. Okay. I find what was it. What is supposed to be is the time of reading the book. The time of reading the book and which book to read. There's that time. Okay. So when you're talking about the CPAs and the accountant and all that, that is when you actually read the first book. All right. That's when you read, it gives them, what bank do you use? He asked them, what bank do you use? Say, oh, brother, he didn't call people's name. He didn't know their name. I don't know who observed that. He always used brother or sister. I never call anybody's name. He said, brother, what bank do you use? Can you read this for me? Before you go to ask your CPA, have you wondered why the bank does this? Then he picked up the second book, which is what?
Miracle, Retirement Miracle.
Yes, Retirement Miracle. So for people who do not have the hard copy, how are you going to give it to them? That is why you must buy hard copy. There's nothing like I'm reading PDF. I'm doing that. No. You have to have your hard copy. Just like he does. I can check in my clothes, but I cannot check in my books. My books are always with me. Because you can easily go buy clothes, you can easily go buy those books. Even if you go buy them, remember you have read them yourself, you did some mark. It's not going to be the same. Okay? Amarachi, you've been there before. This is your second time. What do you think before and now? What do you think why you have to go back there? You're muted, Mami. Okay, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Ruth. Yeah, I've been there last time. It was like, I went there like, I would say like a novice. I didn't know anything. I was just kind of sitting there and listening without applying what he has to like. So now that I went there the second time, it was an eye-opener for me. I had to make a lot of notes because I've seen that my problem has been not practicing. After making the notes, we'll come back and I'll close it. But right now, since yesterday, I've been like going through my notes, making sure I get used to the words that we have to use. Especially what I really grab is the prospecting words, those words, because I have not been really applying those 5 prospective words. So that are my take home.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
maybe I can add.
Go ahead, Madam.
Okay. Few of my takeaway is very powerful when he has each of those visitors read the books. Not reading it, just bring the book, open it up, say, my brother or my sister, look at this, read it. And they will read out. That one was powerful. Then also in the blue screen, each time he opens up each topic, he end up like, now we know where we do this. Very, very important. And also, when he's talking to them, it's like you have to fix certain things, That made whoever you're talking to, like you say, oh, my brother, where are you from? You say from Nigeria. Oh, I have a very nice, good friend that's from Nigeria. It's just like you have to make up something to make your fellow person feel better,
Yes.
And I came out of there, I guess, confident. I feel like I can do this.
Yes.
Before I
Yes.
was, I came out, I said, really? Okay. So I have something set up for this Saturday.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
I'm
Action.
gonna see,
Action.
I feel like I can do this.
Yes, Dr. Roots. Another thing is complementing your prospects. So I tried it and it worked also. I saw a lady, I'm like, oh my God, you're glowing. What are you using? And she was like, trying to explain to me what she's using. I'm like, you know what? I'm in a hurry. Can we talk later? Just give me your number and I will call you back so that you give me the details of what you're using. Because your skin is really glowing. And she was so excited. She gave me her number. So we'll have an appointment also today.
Okay. Okay, that works. Is that simple?
Okay, can I ask you something? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So in this case, when you go there, where do you start? I mean, all you guys talked about was skin. So how do you bring that into play?
So she probably gonna play the card because she didn't have time before. This time, she probably gonna ask her, what do you do? She might ask her, what do you do? Or she's gonna guide towards the conversation that will lead to what do you do? Or she might reply on, depending on how she dressed, she might say, oh man, I like how you dress. So where are you going to? Oh, we have an appointment. You dress this way. Oh, this is how I dress all the time because I have people also like you that glows to maintain their glows. Let me show you. Okay. I have people like you that glows to maintain their glow. Let me show you. Or none of those shows up. She can say, now that you help me, let me also help you. If I show you what I do, will you like to listen? Okay. I just came back from a meeting in Dallas. I am looking for people that have sharp mind to give me a feedback. If I present to you, will you like to listen? She's already there. She's a friend, right? Right now, she's no more a code market. She's now what? A warm market. Okay? But you're going to do more listening to interject. Of course, if that person is glowing, you're going to go there glowing too. She's going to help you to glow, but also you're going to help her. Okay? Now, probably going to use a direct conversation right there. Okay, let me see. Go back here. He said, is a code market. Okay, let's see indirect. Okay, I just came back from a business trip, and I'm looking for people before I get going. Okay, I just came back from a meeting, and I need to practice on someone friendly. And based on how you answered me yesterday, it looks as if you're a friendly person. Okay, will you mind if I practice on you? Based on a conversation yesterday, you look like what? A friendly person. Will you mind if I practice on you? Great.
Samarachi, where are you guys meeting? Are you?
I mean, you're muted. I muted you because then there's a noise coming from your end.
I have a visitor that I to hold on. She's making call. Yes. When I called her and I told her that I would like to see her, so we are meeting actually not in her house. We're going to meet somewhere in the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, we're meeting in her house. Then, Dr. Ruth, I want to ask another question. That question is, if I'm talking to a group of people and, probably, let me just say in a meeting and they don't have like the whole hour for me, they say, we'll give you only 10, 15 minutes to talk. How do you bring this?
Whenever they give you opportunity to speak in a place where you're not in control and you're not going to do blue screen, you're just going to do prospecting. But this time you're going to showcase who you are. The very first time, I will not forget that was a NANA conference, one of the nurses conference I went to. So they said that they're going to give us 2 minutes to speak.
Yeah.
And I came up there. That is the first time that they know what I'm doing. And I was the first speaker. When I got to that stage, and I can remember vividly what I said. I said, good afternoon, professional colleagues. I'm happy to be here. I'm so excited. Of course, they know me. I serve. You're always going to meet me at the gate. That's my location. Always at the gate. Give me a second. So you're always going to meet me at the gate. Okay? So they already know me. Almost 99, if not 100% of them pass through me to enter that hall. So I climbed the stage. I greeted everyone. I said, oh, I have to use the prospecting language. That is all I did. And I said, see how beautiful you all are looking. Sitting down, you're here to, open your mind, learn new things, brush your knowledge. But let me ask you a question. What account do you have to replace your income that will help you be here next year if you cannot work today? What account do you have? I know you want to send your kids to college. You want them to go to the best college in the world. What account do you have to send your child to college without using school loan? What account do you have that bypasses probate, my fellow colleagues? And by the way, what account are you using to grow your money? And when you take out the money, you don't pay taxes. My name is Princess Dr. Ruth. You all know me. I am sitting right there at the back. I can help you to answer these questions. Do not hesitate. If your house is owned by you, you may not enjoy it, or your loved ones may not be the owner. Let me show you how this country is structured. Thank you so much for listening. That day, I recruited 20 people in that place at the spot.
Wow.
20. Is that not the same thing Daniel has been teaching you? Is that not the same language? But it's how you package it. And anywhere they ask me to speak, and I have 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I will never finish without throwing those questions. You're raising people's curiosity high. You don't have time for blue screen. You don't have time for BPM. Maybe if they give you a lot for PowerPoint, you can cut 1 or 2 slides of BPM PowerPoint, how money works, and show them your own policy if you want to. But I go with questioning, prospecting language. Then, of course, you're not going to say that you don't. You have to dress like it. You have to dress like it. Now, the new one I added is, they ask you, do you know that the people, the wealthy Americans, they own nothing, they control everything? Is your house in your name? Is your bank account in your name? Who are your beneficiaries? Why the elite use 7702? The middle class use something else. Let me show you how it works. Always with question, you're not providing no answer. This is where you do not have control and you cannot do blue screen. That's an excellent question. I hope that helps. You can expand it. What account do you have to send your child to a college? Like me, I owe $150,000 in school loan, and my salary cannot pay for it. Now we have had some direct and indirect one. What if I can show you how I'm able to pay off my mortgage? What if I can show you how I send my kids to college without using school loan? Will you consider it? Meet me at the back. My seat is at the back. What if I can show you? Question. What if I can show you how you can achieve tax-free, cost-free, and stress-free retirement? Will you consider it? I hope that helps.
Yes, Dr. It helps. It's just all about practice, 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 just like the author said.
Practice and know your audience.
Yeah.
Know your audience. Okay? Know your audience. I went to speak in Houston. It was physician event. Man, by the time I come out of that place, and it happened that I came. I was not a physician. I'm not a physician, right? So I did not come in towards the beginning of there. So somebody had already done presentation that talks about don't allow those insurance people come and deceive you, blah, 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 investment, da, 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 da. I was not there. But thank God you guys always know my language, investment and protection. My first slide, because I know who I'm talking to. I make sure my first slide, I came with the slide this time, but I make sure my first slide had what? Investment and protection. Immediately I put that slide, I shut everybody down. It's like I just came to correct whatever injustice that was done before my presentation. So don't listen to those people. They just come to talk about life insurance and investment. Only to fight for me to come back. The first thing I said, life insurance is not investment, and I was not in there. So knowing your audience ahead of time okay? Help you know what to say. But the confidence, that's why you gotta read books, gotta use the languages. It works.
That's it, the confidence, yeah.
Yeah.
The books, your presentation, coming to, before then, I have come and look at the environment. It's always good for you to come in early. You see what Daniel is doing? When you master the environment of what you're going to present, touch them. You came here and Mr. James, remember the day I came to your house to do presentation? We have to fix this feed. You cannot fix those things in front of people. When you start doing it in front of people, guess what? The anxiety goes up. I'm a professional speaker before I came to WH. That's my job. That's my normal thing to do. One of the classes that I attended was anxiety speaker's anxiety. Do you know that people take medication for speaker's anxiety?
Yeah.
It's a diagnosis. But if you want to prevent, it doesn't matter who you are as a speaker. As long as you're getting that stage, you're always going to have that anxiety. Well, how do you reduce speaker's anxiety? Number one, you have to come early. Number two, you have to dress above your audience. Got to dress to the best of you can, patterning that environment. Number three, you have to master your content. Know your stuff. It's not to drink and Xanax, no. Know your content, no matter the amount of Xanax you drink. If you don't know your content, you're wasting your time. Know your content. Come early to touch all the gadgets. That is why even in WFG as we speak, in fact, everything I know, I can see it play very well. Do you know that we, the speakers, has to go a day before? We call it stage run. We have to walk the stage. We have to walk backyard. We have to do everything, see everything we're going to play with. They do stage run. Okay? Come early. Touch everything you're going to speak with. Know your content. Master your content. Practice, practice, and practice. Dress above your audience. They didn't ask you to go buy new clothes, but iron it. Look like it. And when you come early, you go around, you meet people, you know, you make friends. Then you are familiar with them. It's no more a novice territory. Excuse me, let me answer this. Sorry about that. Okay, I hope you picked that. That's exactly the 6-pointer they gave. All right. So when you master your stuff, you'll be fine. Okay. All right. That is post-conference. Mr. James, the doc himself. So, Mr. Joseph, how was is that your first time, Mr. Joseph, to in person?
Well, it's really not the first time. When I did the first time, that was when I was struggling. That was when my sickness really got me, but I forced myself to be there. So apparently, it's like I did not really grasp what was going on. I only had a superficial, overview of what the whole thing was about. And then shortly after that, I became so sick, I couldn't even do anything anymore. Now, this second experience, I really opened my eyes to see more of the possibilities. Like I said to you the other time, I'm restarting, trying to rebuild from the scratch, I would say, because since I got back, I've not really done anything. I've just been studying, trying to catch, the whole essence of the business. This second time around, I've been able to really take a lot of things out of it. One, the slide presentations, those questions that are pertinent to arouse curiosity from the prospects. I got to know more about that. And going forward, I'll use them as the template to work with. It's really a mind-changing experience, I would say. And then those book referrals. When I mean book referrals, those points where those prospects have been asked to read, the pages are very key. I took that as one of my takeaways. In summary, that's what I can say for now.
Awesome. Awesome. So, the truth is that the more you learn and go out there to practice it and make the mistakes, the better you become. Okay? The more you learn, the better you become. The more you learn, the better you become. There is no one size fit or there is no perfect timing. Okay? But once you have the willingness, do you all know, for all of you that showed up to that event, do you know you didn't pay $1 to be in that room? Do you know that? How much did you pay, Mr. James?
We did not pay any money, so we chose the free.
It was
3 days.
absolutely free.
And somebody wakes up and get to that place 7 a.m. He was not in the hotel. How many of you know he was not in the hotel? Because I saw his car parked outside every single day.
Yeah, sure. I know that was the case.
He was not in the hotel. 3 days, somebody comes in 7 a.m. to 6 almost. 7 a.m. to 6 almost. Saying the same thing. Okay? So none of us paid a dime to be in that room. So now you all are elite in Elite Academy. You have to showcase it. Your result is going to be far different from those irregular people who are not in this group. Okay? So, like I said, all of you must have your first event this weekend. If you're in the Elite Academy and you showed up in Dallas, you must have your first event this weekend. It's either you do it Friday at 7, you put 6:30 on your calendar, on your invitation, or you do it Saturday at 11:30 a.m. But make sure you do it, take a picture. So if you have not invited anybody, remember, you don't say, let me check if my friends will come. No, you have to pick your date and time and now go to invite. Thank God this chapter 5 have also given us a way how we can invite and the languages we can use. Okay, so there's no excuse. So be ready, plan very well. You know you don't need more than 10 people. You need only 10 people. So go to that your raw material list. Go there, look at the people that live around you. 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours ready. 10, that's what you need to invite. So make sure you invite them today. If you're doing Friday or Saturday, invite them today. Continue to follow up get the time, confirm the time, and schedule the time. This is not for your leader to do for you. You got to do it yourself. If they don't show up, use that time to read. Use that time to make more calls. Use that time to do something. Okay? But you cannot pass this weekend. Miss Dorothy, whether
Yes,
you show up or not, you're going to do it. At least you watch me in this, right? You're going to do it. But do something. Okay? Do something and do something. That's the only way you know if this thing works. I started mine yesterday. My agent passed exam. Guess what? I followed that. Do you know after our debriefing and power talk, as at 12 o'clock, 11, 12, I was still doing, I brought my agent to the Zoom. I showed her, I researched the dream again. I researched the dream again. I worked with her. I collected our time for our in-person. We have scheduled a time for in-person. I gave her the books. I told her the books to order. She's ordering it. She's scheduled her fingerprint today. It works. It works. I showed her the money. I said, you can either make 60,000 like me a month, or you can make 1,000. There's room for you. What will extra 2,000 do for you? She said, a lot. I'm like, man, this thing Danny is saying, this thing works so. Okay? So we are meeting again after she finished the fingerprint today to do her license. And she came on Zoom. I make sure she was on computer. She came on Zoom on computer. You think if we keep that momentum, you see it's not going to slow down, right? Even if it's slow down, it's not going to be from my own side. It's going to be from her own side. Okay? So now I put in that calendar. I have to adjust my calendar to accommodate her. Okay? This person, guess what? This is for 5 years now. I recruited this person. I recruited her. She fell off. Somebody else recruited her. That's why don't always try to fight. You never know. Somebody else recruited her. She fell out of the system. I called her again as my usual call. I recruited her again, only to find out again yesterday. Whenever someone come in front of you, know where they are. I found out again yesterday she had been terminated. We have to do the recruit last night again. But she'd been terminated. She was still on the window of $40. So I recruited her again, but it's not going to count to me as a new recruit. So if you recruit somebody where you pay $40, that person is going to come to your organization, but it's not going to count as a new recruit. Okay? But anybody can recruit them. So if I didn't move fast, anybody could recruit her now. She have a license. Can you imagine that? Okay, so don't go and say, I don't know whether in the system. Just check right there in front of you. You need to check, are they still in the system? Are they still in the system? If they're not in the system, recruit them back. All right. Ms. Dorothy, I see your hand is up.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Let me start with this person you just talked with now. So now when she goes, she's going to get a new license, right?
Yeah, she's gonna get a license.
A new one, okay. Now the question I wanted to ask you is way back to when you were talking about the window of short time having to discuss with a massive group of people or a large group of people, and you have very short time to talk. And you said the first thing you opened on your slide was you said investment and protection. Is that what you said?
No. That is when I have a slide. Usually I don't have slide in those things.
Yeah, okay. So what were the two words? There are two words you used, something and protection.
I said that was a situation where I had a slide
Okay.
already prepared. Because that one, they gave me almost 20, 25 minutes. So I used the BPM PowerPoint.
Okay.
Okay. But in that, I added a slide that talks about investment and protection
Okay.
to rule out that life insurance is not an investment, because physicians in America and Canada, their CPAs deceive them. They're telling them, don't take this money, put it in their investment. So you're going to hear the word like, instead of me paying 10,000 in my policy, I could have used that, put it in stock and make it 100 million overnight. So that is how I started talking about differentiating investment and protection. It's not either or, it's this and this. You need both. But the law allows 20% of your annual income to go into your protection. Then use your 80%, go do whatever you want to do. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. So I started with that concept. I brought it out. I had to bring it out to Limelight for people to understand, because some people try to argue. No, don't argue with nobody. You have to just give them the fact. Okay? So
Okay, thank
you
you.
don't argue with anybody. That is correct. Right?
All right, thank you.
So I'm going to put somebody on the hot seat right now. Okay?
Dr. Ruth,
Yes.
please, I want to ask for a favor. Since we are in the business of copy and paste, can you please give us those your words that you used during the your 5 minutes presentation?
That was I just used what Daniel gave
The
you.
way you put it on, it's like word to word.
I used exactly what he said. What account do you have? I know you guys are sitting here, you're looking so beautiful, you're dressed up because you are able to get up. But let me ask you, what account do you have that if you cannot walk today, that will still help you to stay in this mode, to dress up? What account do you have to replace your income? I know we came from a community where education, academic journey is so valid. But let me ask you, what account do you have to send your kids to college without borrowing money, without using school loan? Because I owe 150,000 in school loan, and it's compounded. By the way, let me ask you, what account do you have to bypass that bypasses probate? What account do you have that you grow your money and you can access your money tax-free? Because Benjamin Franklin said there are only two things guaranteed in life. What is that? Death and taxes. What account do you have that will help you retire tax-free, cost-free, and stress-free? Most of us think that our children are our retirement. What account do you have? Are you using your 20%? Is your house in your name? Do you understand what is 7702 the leaks are using? I have an answer to these questions. As your professional colleague, as fellow women, as fellow Christians, as fellow believers, whatever environment you find yourself, I have found the solution. We have found the solution. But like I don't have enough time. But reach back to me at the back seat right here. I'll be able to answer all your questions. But at the time being, my number is 469-487-3469. But I'm waiting for you at the back seat. Visit, you'll also be able to participate in our rifle draw. So it depends, okay, who you're talking to and the audience you're talking to. But whatever the audience, these questions is universal. Some of them have never thought about it. If I cannot work today, what do you have to do? How many of you, before they reach out to you, how many of you have that process come to your mind? Some people it does. That's why they don't sleep at night. But they can't put something to it. You see them looking at the ceiling. They can't sleep because something is keeping them awake. They cannot pinpoint what is that that's keeping them awake.
That was me.
Okay? So now you become, you trigger that curiosity. You trigger that curiosity. That's why you can see, if you all look at all the sessions we met, we spend more time in prospecting, in inviting it, because that is where the problem is. Anybody can master and cram the blue screen. can master and cram how to do 11 benefit. But is the talking, is the initiation, those are the things that matters in this business. And that's why I love this book. I just find that Daniel was saying, I think, or that Linda was saying that
Linda.
is this guy that mentored this guy. So I believe it's him that mentored the Caritas. So I believe. Because Caritas, man, I think he took it to the next level. He took it to the next level. These two books will
I
change
got
your life.
mine. I just got mine.
Okay. These two books will change your life and make you see network marketing from a different angle. From a different angle. Remember, follow up day 200. How many of you have followed up to day 10? Let alone day 200. Okay? We'll read it again today in the class. All right? So, I'm going to put two people. Everybody flip up your blue screen. Flip up your blue screen. I'm going to call those that went to class. I'm going to put you on the spotlight right now. Those that didn't come to class, take your pen and paper and take a note. Okay, these people are fresh. Their brain is on fire. They are fresh. So, Ami, don't call you Ami. You came in. Open up your blue screen, okay, and present to us. You have only 10 minutes. Okay? You have only 10 minutes and present according to Daniel's words. Go to your notes. It's not to memorize, go to your notes. You're a teacher now. It's okay for you to look at your notes. So start from the beginning and end where it says let's see if we can get access to cash if possible. If it's not, that is fine. Miss Genevieve is your client. All right, are you ready? You're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was muted. Yeah, give me a second. I'm just opening it up.
All right, so everybody take note. Take note. Look at your notes. Compare your notes. Okay.
Why is it not showing my screen?
While she's pulling up, those in Houston, remember, and everybody will have Elevate this weekend. And we have training on Friday starting at 8 a.m. If you have not registered, make sure you register. All of you should have received email last night. If you have not checked your email, go check your email. Okay, register for the training. Begin to invite for the Levite. Okay, it's gonna be the best. Those in Austin, there's gonna be a Levite on Saturday. Those in Delaware, who have someone in Delaware, there's gonna be a Levite.
Do we have to register for the one in Houston?
Yes.
Oh,
I sent you. You should have received my email last night.
no, I haven't seen. I haven't seen any email.
All right. Unless your email that you have in WG is not working, you should have received an email around
We have the
2
one
a.m.
for
this morning.
the WFG convention in June or July, something like that. Let's see. July 6th to 9th.
You're muted.
All right. Can you all see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Ms. Genevieve, good morning.
Morning, thank you.
All right. My name is Ikeme, and I'm a mother of 3 boys, and I live in the state of North Carolina. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Don't worry about that, but just go straight to.
Okay. Ms. Genevieve, we live in a country that is full of so much information. Sometimes you can't tell which is the right information and which is the wrong one. We listen to politicians that are looking for votes, and they will say the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Don't they say that every 4 years? In America, those who have financial education are getting ahead, and those who don't are left behind. Those with financial education get away with taxes, and those who don't get stuck. It is the presence or absence of financial education. Today, I'll be sharing with you Fighting Financial Ignorance, Financial Miseducation of the Middle Class, why 95% of America are poor, and how to fix it. We work for several different companies, about 100 of them, and these are just a few. Ms. Genevieve, does any of these companies look familiar to you?
Nationwide and Fidelity.
All right, Nationwide is on your side. This company provides several financial services, but let's get to the heart of it. Dr. Rudy had said he didn't say this one, but just showed the slide. There are certain financial
Go back. Remember when he was there, he showed it, but he started talking about the other slide from here.
Okay. There are certain financial principles the elite of this country consider when they earn their money and they choose to grow their money. What do they consider before they decide if to put their money in bucket A or bucket B? And these financial principles are: make money but never lose money. Ms. Genevieve, can you read for me what is rule number 2?
Never forget rule number 1.
Never forget rule number 1 according to Warren Buffett. Will you like to pay a manager to
Okay,
manage?
that is not according to Warren Buffett. He never mentioned Warren Buffett's name.
Okay.
Yes. So he will show it, but he never call it.
Okay.
Yes.
Will you like to pay a manager to manage your money, or will you rather manage your money manager-free. Inflation is at 3%, avoiding double taxation, flexibility and liquidity. Compound interest, we'll talk more about that. Social security. The number one cause of poverty and bankruptcy is critical and chronic illness. Those who knows it knows how to prevent it. Those who don't struggle. Illness is also the number one cause of bankruptcy among entrepreneurs or business owners. The voice of the nurse, estate, and probate court.
So stop right there. So that's the number one cause of poverty and bankruptcy. You said it the right way, but you bundle it together. So hear his words. The number one cause of poverty in the United States and Canada is critical and chronic illness. If you know how to manage it, you're good. If you don't, eventually suffer. Also, the number one cause of bankruptcy. I hope you got it.
Mhm.
You said it, but in your first one, you bundled this poverty and bankruptcy together. And you came back and repeated that. Okay. So on the first one, you just said the poverty. The second one,
Is bankruptcy.
the bankruptcy. That is correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
So the number one cause of poverty is critical and chronic illness. Those who knows it knows how to prevent it. Those who don't suffer. Also, the number one cause of bankruptcy in entrepreneurs is illness. Did I say it right?
Yes.
The voice of the nurse and estate and probate court system. Depending on where one's money is, the day that the person drops dead, the money might not be readily available to their loved ones. And we'll talk more about that.
All right, go back. He always end with, these are the 10 things the elites take into consideration before they choose to keep their money in a bucket.
Okay.
These are the 10 things the elites takes into consideration before they choose to keep their money in a bucket.
So he says that in the beginning and at the end.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. These are the 10 things the elite consider before they choose to put their money in bucket A or bucket B. As we live in America today, our money must be sitting in one of these portfolios. Number 1 through 11, we have control over it. Number 12, Social Security, it's your money, but it's controlled by the government. Number 13, pension is your money, but it's controlled by your employer. And we do not have control over number 12 and number 13. The only thing we don't have in here is your purse or under your pillow. So today we are going to focus on the ones we have control over, which is number 1 through 11. Rule number 1 was make money, but never lose money. Which of this portfolio do we make money and keep? And which ones do we make money and can lose? In your checking account, do you make money? Yes, it might be 2 cents, 3 cents, but do you lose that money? No. Your savings account, you make money, you don't lose the money. Your certificate of deposit, you make money, you don't lose money. Your 401k, 403b, TSP, you make money, but you can also lose that money. By the way, Ms. Genevieve, which of these retirement bucket do you have?
401k.
401k, that's awesome. When was the last time you took a look at it?
January.
January. How is it doing?
I lost money.
You lost money. So that is how this bucket works. You can make money while you're driving to work in the morning. On your way back, the market goes down. You also lose the same money that you made in this bucket. So what's the point of making the money in the first place? The same works for IRA, Roth IRA, stocks, and Bitcoin. You can make money when the market goes up, and you can also lose the money when the market comes down. Index annuity, do we make money? Yes. Do you lose the money in that bucket? No. Life insurance, you make money, you don't lose money. Municipal bonds, you make money, you don't lose money. College funds, you make money, but you can also lose the money in that bucket. So now we know which accounts we make money and keep, which accounts we make money and can also lose. What was rule number 1? Make money, but don't lose money. Ms. Genevieve, can you tell me what was rule number 2?
Never forget rule number 1.
Never forget rule number 1, and you have not forgotten. What?
Excellent, excellent. Stop there. You can stop sharing. Good job. You guys can see that somebody just came back from the factory, right? You can see the fire, okay? The confidence, the step by step, okay? That is true. You can never go wrong when you learn from the expert. All right. So, Miss Yukemi, thank you so much. So let me remind us the graduation requirement. 1 is coming to Dallas training, all right? 2 is for you to make at least $10,000 from January to March 31st. It's not over until it's over, okay? 3 is for you to recruit at least 6 people from January to March. Finish your trustworthy selling training and complete 1 annuities. Okay, so try, push yourself. We have 14 more days to go. A lot can happen. You can accomplish all those in these 14 days. Okay, a lot can happen. Don't give up. Don't say, oh, I couldn't do it this now, I cannot do it. No, you can do it. Okay, this month alone I already have 5 recruits. This month, there's no reason I should be recruiting more than you now. Okay, there's no reason I should be recruiting more than you. I have my 1 license yesterday for this week. Who is your 1? Okay, so get to work. Get to work. Get to work. Let's make this happen. A lot of people are walking around with no protection. Okay, so what we're talking about is real. I appreciate you guys coming to training. Continue to read. Remember your assignment before Thursday. We put it today. It's a makeup of last Thursday. Okay, so we're gonna meet again on Thursday. But remember, the assignment. The assignment is what? You're going to do your prospecting. You're gonna do your prospecting script. Okay, gonna do your prospecting script, and you're gonna submit it. I will send you when we finish for tonight. Maybe I will create it this morning. That I'll send you a link that you're gonna click in order to submit your assignment. Okay, where is your login? Okay, see. Let me see if I can find it.
Sorry, as you're looking for that, I want to also point out something that I grabbed from the training in Dallas.
Okay.
I know you, just as Miss Ann said, you've been saying it, you've been singing it, but now it's like it have really entered my head. Doing our 4 hours uninterrupted practice every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have told myself, for you to win, you have to do this.
Yep. Yep. If you don't have anything to do, just go dress up, go to Walmart, go to Target, go to African store. Come out of the house. If there's nothing in your calendar, it's not scheduled, or you have an appointment, the person didn't show up, do something. It's your business. Okay? It's your business and you're gonna make it work. Okay? Treat as if you started this business with $1.25 million and you cannot rest until you recover your money. Okay? Get your children, get your spouse, begin to speak the language of money. Don't resent money. When you see people that have money, don't say they are bad people. That's what they have taught us to say and do. What you resent doesn't come your way. Rather, you go to them and say, I love how you dress. Can you show me? How did you get here? Instead of being having a limiting mind, you have what? You have a growth mindset that allows you to learn more and learn more. As you guys talk, I take note. I take note too. Because nobody is an epitome of knowledge. You learn from each other, you interact from each other. What somebody sees with a different angle, another person sees in a different angle. That's why I have my book, I have my papers, and I take note. And I read this note. See my note? How wish I'm a good note taker like you, Kemi. Huh?
Me too.
Nobody will see my backyard. Nobody will see my backyard. Thank you all so much. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Okay, clock in. See your login there in the chat. Okay, see you guys on next Thursday. Of course, don't forget our training is today at 8 p.m. Follow the system. Make sure all your licensed people are in training. Make sure all your licensed people are in training. And if you want to practice, let me know. You came in, you want to practice, let me know. I can call for training this morning. I will only come and do screen. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
Thank you, and you too.
Thank you. You too.
Bless you.
All right.